Oh, this bread I baked smells heavenly. Hi, Joe Paprocki from Loyola Press for Pop-Up Catechesis. Isn't it interesting that we use the word heavenly to describe how something looks or smells or tastes? It just seems natural to us to conclude that when we encounter goodness, that God must be nearby. Celtic spirituality speaks of thin places, locations or experiences where the veil between heaven and earth seems especially thin and God's presence seems very palpable. I like to think of the sacraments as thin moments, those moments when heaven and earth intersect and God's presence is so real you can taste it. The Eucharist, of course, is one of those powerfully thin moments when we truly taste and see how good the Lord is. That thin moment doesn't have to end when Mass is over. While the consecrated bread is the body of Christ, the table bread that we enjoy in our daily lives can serve as a reminder of the bread of life, the gift of finest wheat. What am I talking about? Well, every time you go to a restaurant and bread is placed on the table, whenever you smell fresh bread just come out of the oven, whenever your stomach growls in hunger, every time you say grace before a meal, whenever you bite into something that's delightful, whenever you prepare a meal for someone else, especially those in need. Jesus chose bread for the Eucharist because every occasion of breaking bread with another human being is a thin moment, a moment in which we become aware of the goodness of God. Every meal can and should serve as a thin moment when you remind yourself that everybody has a hungry heart, and the only true food that satisfies that hunger is the bread of life, Jesus Christ, who gives himself to us in the Eucharist. For Pop-Up Catechesis, this is Joe Paprocki. Until next time, God bless.